Alrighty, guys and gals, what is going on, all you beautiful people? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Misty Mountain Gaming channel. I am your host, Big E, and this is City Skylines Vanilla. Pretty much the original version of the game when it came out in 2015. I'm elevated on the screen. I know it looks a little bit funky. But when I do this, ta-da! I figured I would move myself over here. That way you guys can see all of this amazing stuff right here. And there's nothing really over here. Anyway. What the hell that means. Last episode, we put in this cool little island. We got some bridges happening here. I don't know what we're going to do here yet. Maybe you guys could give me some ideas. But I know one thing we are going to do. We are going to zone this in. Going to zone that in. And let me look at policies. Take all this off. We're going to let people smoke over here. I don't know. We don't need that. Educational blimps. I've not actually seen... I've not seen any blimps. I wonder if that's like some other DLC I don't have or something. I don't know. You guys seen any blimps? I've seen helicopters. I see helicopters. I see no blimps. Maybe they're wicked high up in the sky. I don't know. Anyway, what is this called? Underhill Hills? No. What are we going to call this? For now, we're going to call this Freak Island because I don't know what else to name it. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions of what to call this little island here, or what we can do on it, like maybe it's got a theme, some kind of freak theme. You know what I need to do? I need to fix this coast right here. Let me know, and we'll get on that. How am I going to fix this? We're going to level this a little bit here. Also, let's straighten this out. Let's make this a little bit... Let's do that. Let's do it. I want all this even. All this needs to be even, and it's not. And it drives me crazy. She drives me crazy. I don't want help. And I can't help myself. You're welcome. You're welcome. You guys are like, what the hell? You remember that band? I like those guys. What were they called? What were they called? Why did this... We'll leave it. I can't remember what they were called. Anyway. Yeah, this is Freak Island. We'll figure out what we're going to do over there later. What are we going to do this episode? We got a little bit of demand for some stuff. Some abandoned buildings here. Be proactive and just go ahead and help them out. I feel like let's go ahead and fill in this area. Also, I realized I did not tie... I wanted to tie this side back in, and I didn't do it. So let's do that. I also feel like we need to connect here. This is being heavily used. Yeah, we need to connect here. So let's do that. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to bring this on down. You know where I'm going to bring it on down to. It's Funky Town. Actually, let me see how big this is first, and maybe I can try to line this up. Do I want to do a 4-way or a 3-way there? I think we're going to put a clover leaf in here. I'm just trying to get a feel for how far I need to bring this out. I wish I could place this right here and just make it so, as Captain Picard would say, but we can't. Okay, so I'm going to bring that road out just below this one. I think, like, right in here will allow me to line this up. Now we got to pause and we're going to break. We've been breaking a lot of stuff. Yes, we have. Da, 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 da. Seems pretty good. Let me zoom in a little bit and go top down here. What do you think? Does that look good, guys? Does that look good? Is it perfect? Now it is. Let's you relax, freak. Let's connect this back. Alrighty. Let's tie this in. Bring this down a little bit. I feel like that might work. And then we need to do our one-way things here. So we'll go across like this first so we can retain the shape. Finally figured that little trick out. All right, I'll unpause. Let people reset. And let me check my junctions. Good. Very good. Very good indeed. Okay. That will, because this is kind of a big touristy area here. And now people can get straight in. Before they had to come all the way over here, drive through the damn city. They don't have to do that anymore. And I forgot to hook this up. And that means we can also get these people hooked back up. But before we do that, what we need to do is a little bit of this action. A little bit of this action. Doesn't have to be extreme. I'm going to soften it. Don't worry. Don't worry, my friends. I'm going to have a nice steep cliff here. And all the softening I did on that is now messed up. And then what we're going to do, go back to this. Where's the softener? Here's the softener. Let's take this right on down to Funky Town. Turn that up a little. Whoa. That was a massive lag spike right there, or something. Let me see how this is going to work. That's not too bad. All right. We're going to connect this road. Da, 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 da. How do I want to do this here? Let me think about this. That should actually be a four-way, or four-lane road right there. I'm thinking internally. This is kind of the easiest way to tie this stuff together. And, okay. Hello there. It's not quite centered, but if I do that and then take these back and then bring these back out a little, I need the straight tool. See if I could make this happen here. Need the one way. Do it from this side. Do that. Do that. Yes! Yes! Check the junctions. Always check your junctions. We'll put a stop sign there and there. I love it. The sun's going down. The sun is setting. I'm always switched over to this mode when we first come back. Unless I remember to change it, because I do my cinematics. The awesome intros that you see to these videos are made possible by day and night cycle. Want to watch it come down? What I usually do is this. I do this, and I do this, And I pick a cool spot because I'm cool. We watch the sun set. The cool thing about watching the sun set is you get to see all the lights come on. Look at that. The only thing I don't like is the mouse doesn't auto-hide in this cinematic view. And I can't take it off screen because it scrolls. But if I do the click and move, it hides. Anyway, let's turn that off because it is hella hard to see. No, not like that. Options, gameplay, there. Okay. All right, so that's tied back, and let's go ahead and soften this. We'll soften this back up since I messed it up. Soften. I want to increase this. I don't actually know why I didn't leave this like it was. Make that as fairly gentle because we could, if we wanted to, we could take advantage of the space. We probably will fill in here. I'm just not sure what we're going to do yet. But I do have to find something to work on in the meantime. Soften all this up. Da, 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 da. Okay. It's not too bad. All right. Let's take care of some demands here. Let's put in... We have the slightest demand for some commercial. Residential. Let's make this... We'll make this commercial right here. A little commercial shopping block. Why not? And here. And here. Da, 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 da. And I guess we'll keep coming up this way. This actually wouldn't be a bad spot for some more commercial as well. So let's do that. We'll put some commercial there. And we'll fill that in. That way people coming into town, they can stop and get them a drink. And we'll do some high residential here. We'll fill in there. I can't get too close to the this recycling center here. And let's fill all that in. Probably end up breaking that. We'll probably come up, probably fill this in. I don't know. We might leave it alone. All right. We'll leave that area alone for a little bit. Now, this over here, since we fixed the highway, now we can actually straighten up these roads. The reason this is like this is because I was following the, I'm going to say the topography of the highway. But we don't have to do that now. We can actually straighten these roads out. And that's what we're going to do. All that's going to de-zone, but you know what? Eminent domain, I'm the fucking mayor. I do what I want. Yeah, now we can straighten out some of this wonky stuff, and these are straight. So we can actually, we'll bring this down a little bit further, and we'll get close. And that's too tight. Just do that. Yeah, we can fix some of this stuff now. And let's actually do this before I start laying stuff down. Take the brush up. Let's do this. Let's do it. It is a pretty big... Oh, boy. All right, you know what has to happen here? We've got to do this. We got to replay this a little bit here. Replay it. I don't know what the hell that means. Got to redo it. We'll fix this. But I want to bring this out. Oh, man, did I just mess up? Yes, I did. This is what we want to do. We're going to fix all this. We're going to fix all this. Probably. We're probably going to fix all this. Do I want to no, so for on this side of the highway, we're going to pick... We're going to level... that would be a lot to break. Or, I mean, a lot to fix. Okay, so now if I do this, all of this just magically it adjusts automatically. Okay. Okay. Da, 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 da. I could fix all this because we haven't put anything in here yet. This would... I wonder how wonky that would look. Let's see. Let's see how wonky it would look. I actually love doing this. It's really satisfying to me. So we're going to level from here. We're going to level all this. Well, we're going to adjust it to this height, I should say. It's going to get more and more wonky as we go further this way. That way we can build up here. I'll fix that. This needed to be fixed anyway, honestly. This was terrible. What's happening here with this train? These train tracks and shit. Do this. We'll do it. Okay. I'm going to wait till this train runs by, and then we're going to pause. And then we're going to brake. I'm going to fix this. I can also get it much tighter in a straighter line. Break all this. I know, it's terrible. I know it's bad. Laying stuff down and then breaking it. Don't actually have to go that far back because that stuff looks like it's level. We're going to redo this bridge. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's put this back in. We're going to do a 2-lane. Looks like we're using tree stuff. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We'll live with it. We can live with that. Now everything's a little bit more level. Let's lay out some roads. And I'm not going to unpause because I need to... Well, let's fix the train first. That way I can unpause and then we'll put this stuff back together. This road right here. Is that on the ground? It is ground level. It's not exactly lined up, but it's okay. And let's redo this. Because these are not perfect. Do that. Let's get the train tracks back on. And why don't I just do this? I'll just continue this underground here. Itchy arm. Tracks. This and this. Go page down. We're going to connect this. Where is it? Where's the fucking train tracks at? Are they right there? They're right there. Okay, I see them. So take this off. We'll come here. There we go. Fucking perfect. Now we don't have to worry about that. That road's fixed, so I can unpause. Okay. Looks good. All right, let's fill this back in. We have a lot to fill in. Now we can bring our city. We can fill in this area down here, and that's what we're going to do. And this road, not sure what I'm going to do here, but we'll figure something out. All right. So let's come on down. I need my guidelines back on. Let's do it this way. That actually, look at that. That actually works out pretty dang well. We'll take advantage of these long blocks. Now we can pretty much run right up. We can put offices right. It's a little bit too close, isn't it? It is a little bit too close. What I can do, I don't have to zone on this side. I'll just zone the offices on here because I like the idea of a little bit of space between, you know what I'm trying to say? Between the highway and and the buildings. And then this one will bring down to here. We'll connect that up. And we'll have a longer block right there. I don't mind. I also like a little space between here, you know, between where the roads are. This one we can bring down a little bit closer, and I see if I can do the same thing here. That looks pretty good. Will that actually line up? Yes, it will. We'll break that. Whoop. Son of a bitch. Kind of hate it when that happens. It just tries to grab the node. Oh, that's right. Probably could have leveled this, but yeah, you know what? It's fine. These are our recycling areas over here. I don't mind that. And then there we go. We can fill all those in, and we can actually clean this side up as well. We'll do it, but we're not going to do it right now. What am I going to do with this road right here? I guess I should just bring it... I guess I should just bring it down, right? It's a grass road. Yeah, we'll just do that. And let me change this real quick. Don't need lights there. Stop signs would be warranted here, but we'll just keep an eye on it. It's kind of odd that a 6-lane road would just end like that right there. But okay, let's keep filling in here. Let's keep doing such a thing as that. And here... I guess we're just going to make a little bridge. I think what I'm going to do here, we're just going to jump over right here. We're going to jump over on this portion. 1, 2, 3. Oh, too steep. I got to come up one more. It must not be... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go down. And this one... Does that look all right? Yeah. The terrains are a different height. That's why it worked out that way. So I think we're going to treat this... We're going to treat it as one of these highway on and off deals, and we'll leave some space right there. So this will be the way over. Let us continue. And let's see. Where does this... It actually connects right... Connects right there. Except I don't want it. Yeah, this is what I want. I want this. Alright, I'm not sure how that's going to work out, so we're just going to do that. Is that a 90? That is a 90. That's a little bit... I'll redo the bridge here. Yeah, let's actually if I do that, I can connect evenly. Now, hopefully it won't be too steep. I can live with that. That's fine. That is fine. This, just get rid of that. Now, the only thing I don't like is it's not the same, but I'll just say what I always say. It's fine. It's fine. We'll tie this together. And we might as well run this over. A lot of people, don't like the grid pattern, and I can see why. It's a little monotonous, right? It's a little bit... where's that line up? Right there? It's jumping down. Is it jumping down one? It is jumping down one. All right, we're going to leave these big blocks in here. It is a little bit monotonous. I kind of prefer this type of stuff where it's just a little more organic, but this is what you see in big cities. I mean, you're talking about grid patterns. There are plenty of grid patterns. So let's pull this down. Just going to use this as a guideline so I can get this. Let's take advantage of that. It is a 90. Boy, that didn't work out right. I need to do it this way. All right, get rid of this. Is that road is straight? That's what we need to do. So it's not going to line up perfectly. It's okay. Maybe we should leave a little space there anyway. Thinking out loud, talking out loud, rather. It's what I do. Connect this down. That's a 90. We'll connect. Do I want to connect that? We may as well. And then we'll come down here. Okay. I'll bring this to there. And we'll just leave this separate. We will leave this area separate. And I'll see if I can connect those two. That's going to be too close. We'll have some odd blocks here. Really odd block. Actually, we'll just do this. I'll run this way. I don't mind doing that. The reason I don't want to bring this across is because this intersection is too close, but maybe it'll be fine. Okay. We're filling in a lot. That is a lot of stuff to fill in. Got to make sure our water is good to go, but before I do that, let me see if I can tie this in a decent sort of way here. Actually, should I use my curve tool here? I think I do. What does that look like? It's okay. I guess that's okay. I'll leave it. I'll leave it like that, and then we'll just run this down. Just do that. Have a little cul-de-sac there. Sure. And I'll leave a long block there. I don't mind mixing it up a little bit. And then let's get a little bit closer here. The way that I'll do that is we'll have just kind of a separate little area right here. I'm going to do this. I'll just hit the nodes. I'll hit those nodes, bro. May as well connect that, right? Da, 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 da. That was weird. I've got it's a little bit off. It is a little bit off. Just a little bit. It's working out though. Okay. And I don't mind the space in here. We'll fill this with some, trees and such. What I probably could have done is try to mimic this on this side. Should I do that? Maybe it does line up here. All I would have to do is just bring this down. Let's do that. Let me see if I can get a little bit better here. It's going to be hard to tell where that's lined up, but it's basically somewhere in here. Let's do it from this side. If I do that, let's see if I can. It's not going to be exactly. It's not going to be just like it because it's different. It's a different shape, but maybe. Just do that. Yeah. I'd have to get the spacing just the same, but that's good enough for now. And then we will do... We're going to leave that open? We can leave it open, or we can run up this way. Let's actually leave it open. Maybe we can put a little park or something right there. Okay. What are we doing on time? Man, we're half an hour in. We have been doing nothing but planning. Let's look at our water. Is water covered? Nope. We gotta... Let's get our water coverage going here. We'll bring this down. You know where we'll bring it down to. If you guessed Funky Town, you guessed correctly. Just missed this little space. Everything's covered. Everything is covered. Water is good. We haven't checked this stuff in a while. It looks like we're doing fine. Okay. The highway's working. The train system is working. Now, one thing I was thinking about doing... Wait, did I break the trains here? Did I... I'm looking for a train. If your train tracks are broken, they come to a certain point and then they despawn. Let's watch what happens here. Let's make sure he can go through the tunnel here. We'll get a bird's eye view. Not quite the bird's eye view I wanted. Looks like it's fine. Yeah, this train's coming. As long as these two are connected. Resume. Can I get... Can I not stop following that? Okay, we're fine. The lines are fine. Okay. I feel like... Did I miss something here? Oh, I probably need... No, trains can come on either side of this, so this is fine. This isn't a cargo. This is a regular, so if a train's loading, they can just switch tracks, and the other one can go right around. We don't actually need... And we don't actually need this either. Honestly. Yeah, we don't actually need this because there's two sides. You know what I hate, though? I hate that this isn't lined up, but this comes in at this weird angle. All right. Yeah, we don't actually need those bypasses. Okay, let's put in some offices. And what I want to start doing is bring this down. So let's do it. So we're going to put some office buildings. Actually, we're just going to do this. We may as well... We'll make this like an office park. This also provides a noise barrier. There's a lot of offices. We could put some residential in between. Mix it up. We'll do that. And let's just zone in there. It's a little bit weird, but we'll just do that. That should completely take out the office demand. And of course, we need some commercial. So traffic doing okay? We've got a tight intersection here, a tight-ish. This would benefit from a roundabout. Well, it would probably benefit from an actual light. Let's see if that helps. So I generally keep all that stuff off, like I've mentioned, but once your city gets to a certain size, it gets to like a tipping point, and the AI, it does start to struggle with traffic, because everybody's just a free-for-all. Everybody just wants to go. Also, pedestrians crossing the road also create kind of an issue for traffic, AI-wise in the game. The other thing we've not looked at in a while is our bus system, and we do, like our bus and our tram system, we need to get that, we need to put a lot more stops in. People will take buses instead of driving. It helps reduce traffic in your city. This is a nightmare over here. And what's going on over here? So one thing we were looking at I think I might convert this to a commuter station. Because if I did that, it would allow people... I mean, people are taking this to work, but they could also take the train. That would also allow me to set up passenger stops here, here, and here. So let's do that before we call the episode. So let me pause. I'm just going to straight up delete it. And let's see if we can get a commuter station to fit right in there. It says, of course, it's a different shape or different dimensions, but that actually works. And I'm going to put it right here, which would force people to use this lane. This... Okay, this actually might be a little tricky. Let's see if I can do this. And I don't actually need the bypass right there either. Hold on. How do I want to do this? I'm thinking the best way to do this. This bypass... Technically, that would work. It's too short to have a switch right here. They can switch here and completely bypass. This actually is not going to work very well, I don't think. Well, we'll see how it works. The worst case scenario is people are like the train will just wait for this one to come out, and that is actually probably too short. It would wait in the station. Let's see what happens. Let me put some stops here. So we're going to do this. We're going to put a passenger stop that goes from here to here to here and then back. Okay. So they come all the way up this way. Could I make this? This could be a lot better. Well, I could cut the distance if I did a big loop here. Let me actually do that really quick. Let's do a big... If I can get a nice... One thing the game doesn't like is like a nice little arch. Let me redo this. Can I force it to do one? No, I can't. What if I do straight tool? Does that change anything? It keeps the same. We're going to do that. And if I do that, then I don't need this. Let me wait till this train goes by here. Okay, we didn't break it. That means I can get this one better. Does that actually work? Or is that too fucked up right there? I don't think it is. Because trains can switch off here. And the train will stop if it needs to go through when one's coming this way. The trains aren't, you know, trains will do what they need to do. I think that works. It shaves a little bit of time. I do kind of want to see how this works. This is not good. Oh, we don't have power. I broke the power. I did break the power. And that's fine. Okay, unpause. I could fix this. I could fix this, make this straight. Let me see what happens here. So he's using the bypass. It's going to take a while for us to get commuter trains up here. The bypass works. I think this is okay. I do think it's okay. There's the train. There's a commuter train. We're not going to have very people initially, but we probably will get people. And where does this comes around? Goes underground, and it connects to here. So I don't have a commuter station here. Which is fine. I think that's fine. Okay. Well, maybe we should call it. But what I do need to work on, since we are starting to rapidly expand here, buses. I probably need to put another bus terminal in and then create a bunch more stops up here. Because the buses they're just mainly down here. I think I have some that come up this way. Let's actually look. Look at my bus routes here. Yeah, we don't have... This is pretty poor. Pretty poor coverage. We don't have any buses that come over here. We probably need some buses to shuttle back and forth. We'll do that. Maybe we'll do that next episode. Let's check on the Misty Mountain Miners. We are back to 6-0. Can somebody explain this nonsense to me? It doesn't make any sense. So I wonder when the season ends. Is there like it just keeps going on like this? But yeah. We're doing all right. We are doing all right there. Got a demand for some commercial. Let's squeeze in some more commercial. Or do we want to put some more commercial? We don't have a lot of... There's like no commercial over here. We need to fix this. We need some more commercial zones over here. Some shopping pockets. And I think what we're going to do... I'm going to de-zone. I'm going to de-zone that. And we're going to make a shopping block in here. Whoops. Get rid of all of that. Is this a regular house? Sometimes it takes people a minute. If they take too long, this is what I do. You took too long, sir. All right. Let's turn this into a nice little shopping corner right here for these people. Because it is good to spread it out. We have no shopping over here, but this is we're gonna bring this down a little bit as well. We need a lot more than that, honestly. This is probably where I need to focus a little more shopping, is around this area. This is a university. Might take a few more houses out. We've got a high density shopping area here, just kind of thrown in the middle. I think we're going to do this. I'm going to take these houses out, and once they're gone, we're going to throw in some more shopping. People love them some shopping, man. They love them some shopping. Come on, straggler. Come on. Don't make me delete you. Second, dude, I'm getting my shit together, man. I got a pack. I got kids and stuff. You know what? You waited too long. All right. Looks like our little wonky pedestrian path we put in here, it's getting a lot of use. It is getting a lot of use. I like that. I once built a city. I laid it all out, and the whole point of the way that I laid my city out, I had an elevated pedestrian path that went all the way around and connected in. It was pretty cool. I spent so many hours working on that, and then I got to a point and I just deleted the save. I just got bored of it. That's how I've played this game in the past. Also, why have I zoned here? I keep making this mistake. I don't want to zone in on these main roads like this, on this 6-lane road. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't want that. This should be all commercial. Actually, I don't mind the high density residential because of it has like the parking spaces. But for this stuff, we want to fill in. We want to fill in like that. This is where shopping needs to be, along these busy corridors. It looks like we're okay the rest. So let's fill in here. The demand for commercial just never seems to go away. Just never. Just always such a demand for it. All right, let's take a look at our services real quick while we kind of balance out here. Electricity is starting to go down a little bit, but we are still covered. Water is still good to go. We are still hitting it. Garbage processing is still working. Education, we could use some more elementaries. Where can we use some more elementary schools? We have some here. This area is being served. It's a small area. And because these are new houses in here, they just haven't had a chance to be educated yet. That's why they're red. But But that's good. So let's look. We don't have houses in here. Where are we going to need some? We'll probably need an elementary school down here somewhere. And we're going to do the alternative to the elementary school. It focuses on education. Where do I want to put this? We're going to have to take something out. Can I fit it? We'll put it right there. Keep this capacity up. It's just such a small coverage that the schools do. It is a little bit ridiculous to me. And this area really needs another school down here. Yes, it does. And we're going to, this is like all parks I put up here. We're going to take some people out. We're going to put an elementary school right there. And a high school, same kind of situation. Let's throw a high school. We need one down here. The high school's a lot bigger. Where do I want the high school? I want to kind of center it. These people don't have one either. Put a high school here. Make those people happy. Looks okay there. We could use something up here. We'll put a high school here. Okay. University, we're still covered. We just need to make sure that people can get to them. And look back at the elementary. Does it look okay? I think it's okay for now. We'll keep an eye on it. Could probably use one down here, honestly. Let's put one here before we fill this in. Okay. Let's look at our happiness. Never going to be happy commercial-wise. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Healthcare. Looks like we're good to go. We could use a clinic. We could use a clinic in this area. Let's put in a, we'll put in a hospital. Well, this will work. We'll put in a big hospital right here. We are going to be zoning all this in. Death care, we're good. We're good to go. We have plenty of capacity. The only problem we might have is if people are too far away. Like this would be an area where you might get a body waiting to be transported. But these are small enough where you could sneak these in without breaking stuff, like right there. And we could probably use something over here, right there. We can't have dead bodies waiting for transport. Fucking morbid is that? I'm looking for a place I could sneak this in. Right there. Oh, that's like right across the street. All right, well, we're well covered there. All right, back to that for a second. What about... We're good there. We could probably use some more of this stuff, but we're not going to mess with it right now. Let's look at our traffic flow. Again, if it's bright red, it doesn't mean there's a traffic jam. It just means there's a high volume of traffic there. This is where the light is, but you can see stuff's flowing. As long as it's flowing, I don't really care too much. Now, this area over here, I probably need to do something here, honestly. I feel like the best thing that I could do here is a roundabout. I would have to rework a lot of this. We also... The fact that we have these two 6-lane roads here doesn't really make a lot of sense. Oh, wait, we've got... Is this a stoplight right here? It's not a stoplight. Oh, they're waiting to queue across the road. But see what the AI is doing here? They have 2 lanes that they could use to go straight, and for some fucking reason, they want to get in this right-hand lane because way up here somewhere, they're going to make a right-hand turn. So the AI just gets in the lane it wants to be in way too fucking early. It drives me a little bit nuts. This does need to be reworked. This area does need to be reworked. And this is one of the things that I kind of like. I like challenges. If I rework this, you see what I would have to do. It's not level at all. How could I get around this? Where are the majority of these people going? This guy's going to the mega shopping center. Way the fuck over there. All right, well, here's one thing I could do to alleviate some of this traffic. Because you can see most of these vehicles are these store vehicles that deliver goods. What I could do is come off of this bridge. I could tie in over here. What do I want to do here? I don't want to run people through the industrial area here, honestly. Yeah, this is... Okay, this is... People are queued up here. This is not actually good here. This area does need to be reworked. So, I'm going to think about this. Next episode, I think I'm going to focus on this. We'll see if we can fix this up here. I've got to come up with a solution to try to figure this out and make it a little bit less demonstrative, because this is not working. Roundabout would be good here. I feel like what I need to do is break one of these big roads and maybe tie this together and make a roundabout here. It would just kind of free this up a little bit more. Anyway, we'll take a look at that next episode. Whoops. I want to do this. Let's do our little city view here, and we'll get me off of the screen. It's going to break the view. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I know this isn't the most popular series on the channel, but then again, none of my series are really that popular. But I appreciate anybody that watched. Hopefully there are some people getting some entertainment, some enjoyment out of it. If there's anything you'd like to see, if you want to move into on Subscriber Island, let me know. We'll build you a house over there next to Margie, Tara, and Josh. But anyway, for now, we are going to call this episode. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. You guys and gals take care, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.